Hello, my name is Isabela Arquet, and tonight I'm gonna present my final informative speech. And tonight I'm gonna talk about how emojis have changed modern communication. My purpose of this presentation is to inform my audience about how emojis have transformed modern communication, and to inform my audience about the history of emojis, how the audience influence emotional expressions and understanding in digital conversations and how they impact communication across cultures. So I don't know if you guys ever sent a text that someone completely misunderstood until you added an emoji at the end. So that small yellow face might have just saved your message from being taken a wrong way. So today I will discuss how emojis have changed the way we communicate, helping us to express tone and emotion in our digital conversations. So we live in a world where most communication happens through screens. Understanding how emojis shape meaning helps us to become better digital communicators, and both personally and professionally. As someone who uses emojis daily, it has researched their psychological and cultural effects through multiple communication studies. I have learned how deeply they impact modern human connection. So the main points of these presentations is that I will explain the origins and evolution of emojis. Second, I will explore how emojis differ across cultures and what they mean for global communications. And yeah, let's start with a quick look at where emojis came from and how they became such a big part of our daily communication. So first is the evolution of emojis. Emojis were first created in Japan in the 1999 by Sikata Kurita, who designed 176 simple icons to express emotions, ideas, and through text. And the word emoji comes from the Japanese words a picture and emoji character. And emojis evolve from simple smiley faces to thousands of icons that represent emotions, objects, flags, and more. And with the rise of smartphones and social media, emojis became a universal form of a visual language used in texting, online chatting, and marketing. Emojis and emotional expressions. And the emojis add emotional tone to a digital message, helping people interpret intent, something next text alone often fails to do. According to researchers from the University of Cambridge, emojis reduce ambiguity and help people feel more connected in online communication. In business or academic settings, emojis can make messages appear more friendly, and human thought over to may reduce professionalism. Also, emojis help users subtitle for nonverbal cues like facial expressions, gestures, or tone, making digital conversation more human. And emojis across cultures, emojis can carry different meanings depending on cultural context. For example, the folded hands emojis. Yeah, the folded hands emojis is often used in Western culture to mean thank you, but in Japan, it traditionally symbolizes prayer. Despite differences, emojis promote global understanding by creating a shared visual language that transcends words. And global companies must be careful when using emojis in marketing. What's funny in one culture might be offensive in another. So I have here an emoji timeline since 1997. They were like that, like pixels. And then I didn't found a recent emoji thing for 2025, but I found the 2018. This more like the recent ones, but they're like the same. They changed like barely. And yeah, but today even politicians and business are using emojis and it's considered a global phenomenon that has become mainstream. For example, remember um Well, I have more examples here. They change colors, and yeah, I will back in a moment to hear. I don't know if you guys remember the inflatable angry emoji looming outside the building during the 2019 Facebook annual shareholder meeting, or the student protesting Hungary in 2018. It was this one. And yeah. So, however, even before modern emojis, humanity always wanted to use symbols as pictures for expressions, cave paintings, and were the earlier examples of visual representations. But with the beginning of the 1990s, emoticons started to show themselves in forms of punctuation, like the ones that I show you guys. And later by the 12 by 12 pixel emoji set was developed in Japan, and the pictogram language has consistently evolved. And after the 20, 2010, emojis have become the most popular form of digital communication, with more than 300 or 1,000 emojis today, that this number is increasing each year. As to show you, they were changing from colors, forms, they have more persons, type of color, and food, random stuff. So of course here, the language of emoji, it's universal or cross-cultural. So of course it's universal. Because the emojis are considered universal way of communication, and we're even described as a uncontrollably the world's first truly universal form of communication. By linguistic professor Biden Evans, if thought this a correct statement regarding the universality of emojis. Physiology expert Kate Browning argued otherwise, as he came employed as an emoji translator. He began to wonder why universal language needed translation if it was accepted and understood globally. It has raised the topic of cultural differentiation in emoji use. So yeah, so the cross-cultural differences of emojis, culture and tradition are deeply rooted in the essence of societies, and the cultures carry many different symbols and mechanism of interaction among their people. For example, mimics, gestures, and signals communication different emotions that deliver additional messages to other cultures. At the same time, these messages can also differentiate between smaller groups of people depending on their age, gender, class, political, or other differences. And moreover, the cultural diverse world celebrates the distinction between meanings of the same emojis in different cultures. Therefore, emojis should not be considered as a single universal language, but multimodal tool to complement cross-culturalism. For example, here, I don't know, they're using the basketball ball. Um, it means that his basketball, I don't know, game is gonna finish at 5. Then pizza or tacos, maybe watch a movie. They use the movie emoji, and yeah. So in conclusion, thank you for allowing me to share how something as small as an emoji can have such a big impact on our communication. Today we explore the history of emojis, how they enhance emotional clarity, and their role in cross-cultural understanding. And the next time you text, remember an emoji isn't just your creation, it's part of a new global language that helps us express what words alone can't. And yeah, so here are the works cited, and yeah, I think that's it. And I hope you guys like it, and thank you so much for listening, and thank you.